Whether it's the Jazz, Utes, Cougars, or Aggies, these guys have got you covered.
Time to eat, fellas.
You're locked on to Jake Scott and Ben Anderson.
1, 2, 3, move it.
On 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Two niggas on their ways, talking sports. They got him Matrix and also loves his tie-dye. Ben's got style with his scarf. Oh my.
Jacob Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone, live from America First Field. We're excited about our next guest. She is the commissioner for the NWSL, Jessica Burman, with us here on Jake and Ben. Jessica, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We were talking about how difficult it can be to lose a franchise, but to get a franchise back is so exciting, and the success that they are having. And you mentioned some of the names. I mean, it's really some of the best in the world of women's soccer. Is very cool. So what does the future look like for the NWSL, and where's it headed?
Well, our vision is to be the best league in the world. And in order to be the best league in the world, you need to have the best players. You need to have the best competition. You need to fill stadiums. You need to be broadcasting your games in the places and spaces where people consume live sports. And we have all those ingredients right now. And we're really excited for the future. We've grown and broken records each of the last 3 seasons that I've had the pleasure and honor of being the commissioner of this league. And 2025 is going to be our best year yet.
I thought your comments about Gail Miller were so good. She is an icon. I worked for the Miller Group. I don't anymore, but for 10 years, and it was such a great place to work. But elaborate on that. What does it mean for your league to have somebody like Gail involved with a franchise?
Look, we talk a lot about being a professional women's league, and really we want to be the best soccer league, almost independent of whether it's men or women. Like, we see our league as the best league in the world, not necessarily the best women's league or the best soccer league, but actually the best league in the world. And these are incredible women who are iconic, who are role models, and we know that in society today, young girls, including the young girls who play in our league, need role models to look up to. And so oftentimes our players are those role models in society and in communities. But for our players to have someone like Gail Miller to be a role model, to be that icon who has been a pioneer and been someone who is really universally respected for her contributions, not just as a member of society, but as a contributor to the economy and the business. Her business success is so impressive, and she's done it in a way that really promotes her values, her core values of humility and integrity and respect and professionalism. And those are all the things that we stand for, and it's all the things that motivate our players to be great. And so I just feel so lucky that I have an opportunity to know her, work with her, be inspired by her, and felt so excited to hear from our players who were so moved by having the opportunity to spend time with her the other day. And we are one of the few professional sports league that actually has women owners. That's so unique in sports. I spent my whole career working in men's sports, and to have female owners, female women who have the resources to own a franchise that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, it's not easy to find. And fortunately, we're a magnet for those women, and
pretty cool.
They're finding us, and it really allows for us to live our values.
Looking at the facilities they have, I mean, obviously this is an unbelievable building, but everywhere they've expanded. Have you gotten a chance to look around? I mean, you've been here for a few years now, so I'm sure you've toured them. How did those stack up against what the rest of the NWSL is working with?
They stack up well. From a facilities perspective, we think about it from a training perspective and then from a game perspective. Starting with the training facility, when the Utah Royals came back, we had some specific requirements for the new ownership group to build out their training facility and make sure it's comparable to RSL. And we actually heard last night when we were having dinner with the new ownership group and David Blitzer that some of the men's players in MLS complained that the women's locker rooms and training backgrounds and resources are better than what the men have, which I don't actually think is true, but I get it. Like, that's actually a good thing.
Yeah, that defined.
Yeah,
great.
it's like, okay, I don't actually think that's true, but it's good enough that people are paying attention to it, right? It's like, oh, wow, they got really nice stuff, and they should, right? Like, these are professional athletes, and so from a training perspective, they're among the top, actually, in our league. And this stadium is incredible.
It is.
I love being here to watch games, and my heart is in the mountains. I have a sign on my wall in my office that says the mountains are calling. So when I sit here and I can watch the game and look up and see the mountains with their snow caps, I just feel like it's such a special place to watch the beautiful game.
Now, you're the commissioner, so that means you can't play favorites, but I had no idea the Royals were your first expansion club, so I believe deep down you're obviously a Royals fan.
Well, you know what I loved? It is true that in my first 2 weeks at the league as commissioner, when I was getting my briefings on all the things that I was inheriting, meaning the things that I wasn't going to necessarily do myself, but I had to finish executing, one of the first things I was told is, by the way, RSL ownership group, David Blitzer, has exercised their option to buy an expansion team in your league, and we need to figure out how to close that transaction and launch the team successfully. So that will always be part of my origin story. I will always remember that conversation. I will always remember the conversation with David Blitzer, who I knew from my days at the National Hockey League, where I spent most of my career, and thought to myself, wow, David Blitzer sees the possibility and the opportunity in this league. I think I made the right decision taking this job.
Cool. Well, Jessica, thank you for coming on. It is absolutely a pleasure to meet you. Are you going to the game tonight?
Of course I am.
Well, enjoy the game.
Yes,
and
thank you.
We appreciate you jumping on with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. There you go. NWSL Commissioner Jessica Burman.